Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and the weather was so nice at Magnolia Beach. I stayed there 3 full days and nights and never wanted to turn my air conditioner on once. It was warm that first day, but it really cooled off that night and stayed nice and cool for the next couple days. But I was ready to move on, so I drove a little ways north to the city of Victoria, where I am now. And in this video, I'm going to show you around Riverside Park in downtown Victoria, and also the RV park that they have here that is owned and operated by the city. So come along with me and I'll show you what's here. Well, first let me show you where Victoria is on the map. There's San Antonio, there's Victoria, and I drove up here from Magnolia Beach, which is right there. So let me zoom into Victoria. It's a fairly good sized town of about 65 or so thousand people. And here is the park area. You can see the Guadalupe River winding down around here. So here is the RV park where I'm at. And this is all just heavy, thick with trees, forest area. And this is the Riverside Park. And the sidewalk that I'm going to follow goes all the way around the park here, right alongside the river there, and then back over here to the RV park. There's a big cemetery across the street here, and then over here is the Texas Zoo that is part of the city park. There's a deer walking through the park. And this paved sidewalk that goes by the RV park is called the Nature Trail. It's a long trail that goes all around the grounds here. Huge green lands here. And they also have here this board that tells about the mother of Texas. Didn't know Texas had a specific mother, but apparently it does. It has a driving range, and this big green area is a golf course, and there's one of the sand traps. Seems like a golf course would be an ideal place to do some social distancing. But nobody here is, unless there's 1 or 2 people around I don't see. They actually have some Moai statues here. There you can see the headbedder. And here the sidewalk follows along pretty close to the Guadalupe River. Looks like it's low level. And this sign explains how they used to run steamboats on the river. I did not know that until now. These are some of the other things they have around the park. Here's another view of the river. I grew up in Seguin next to the Guadalupe River that goes right through town. There's a parking lot and picnic tables, but sorry folks, no dumping allowed along the river here. Here's a really good view of the river. You got a bit of rapids over there. You might be able to hear the water as it goes down towards the Gulf of Mexico. This Guadalupe River has flooded numerous times over the years. I remember in my childhood, every few years, there'd be a major flood on the river. And you can see here, it has actually created somewhat of a canyon side. And over here they have a map shaped like the state of Texas that shows the route of the river. It starts in the Texas Hill Country through Bernay, New Braunfels, Seguin, and at Gonzales it merges with the San Marcos River and then makes its way down to where it dumps out into the Gulf of Mexico. And where I'm at, they call this the River Heritage Tour. This is their rose garden that they've got the fence around. Right across from that Texas sign, they have this big flower garden. And I just talked to the gardeners who said that it is open at some times. I forget what she said, but it is not open today. They do pesticides, and they don't want people going in when they've got the pesticides floating around. This is a historic site, and if that building was once here, it is all gone. Here's some more history if you want to read it. This is a children's playground that is right next to that big lot and the historical marker I just showed you. And this is really interesting. You know what I think this is, folks? It doesn't say, but I recognize the delicate arch from Arches National Park in Utah. Let me go to the other side of it. I'm pretty sure they have recreated the delicate arch from Utah. Wow, I was not expecting that. That's amazing. And there's another structure here that doesn't look like much of anything. I guess just something for the children to play on. This is a soft landing surface here. By the way, they do have a little bit of basketball there and volleyball sand courts. And they also have, all this is a disc golf course, and there's one of the goals. They do have a small zoo here. It doesn't say when it's open, but you just have to find out from their website, although there's no clue what that website is. I'll see if I can find it and post it below the in the video description down here. So this RV park is right next to the Riverside Park, and over there you can see the sidewalk that I was on that goes all the way around the perimeter of the whole Riverside Park. There are quite a few RV spaces here. I didn't count them, but there's a lot of them. And there is no host. So all you do is pick up one of these envelopes and put your cash or check in it, deposit it in this box, and I assume someone comes around once or twice a day to make sure everybody is paid. And right across here is a bit of a gully, and you see some water, and look at all of this green land here. The spaces here are pretty far apart, and every space has full hookups, with including the sewer, water, and 20, 30, 50 on the electric. And at $12 a day for full hookups, which every site has, that is just an unbeatable price. Except for a few places around the country where it's actually free. And look at this big lawn. I am really liking this, and it surprises me many times when I find a place like this. It's such a good deal for camping, and then so many vacancies. So now this is one of my favorite places to hang out when I've got time to kill, when I'm in Texas. Definitely here, and it's not too far away from my home base in Lavernia. Well folks, I hope you liked my tour of Riverside Park and the campground here. Good day folks.